guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome. I'm happy to be doing this again with you. And today I'm so happy that I'm going to talk about something I've been planning to talk about to you, and that is how to become mentally strong. How to become mentally strong. I'm sure someone is asking, mentally strong? What does that mean? Or what is even that meaning? Or what is even that? So a mentally strong person is someone who has the ability to stay strong when situations are hard, when there are challenges. They're able to stay strong, they're able to be firm, they are unshakable, and they're very calm, by the way. So that is a very mentally strong person, okay? So if you've ever seen such a person in your circle or wherever, a family member, blah, 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 just know that person has reached a stage whereby they're very mentally strong. So what are the tips of becoming mentally strong? We can all train ourselves to become mentally strong. That is not something you are born with, by the way. It's something you train yourself with time. So how do we become mentally strong? One, we must give up our bad habits. We must give up our bad habits, okay? And bad habits are such as being full of fear. Some people are just full of fear, They are always full of fear, and don't confuse it with being fearful. They're just, there's positive fear whereby you fear your God, okay? And then there is fear whereby you just fear doing something, you fear initiating something, you just have fear for everything. You fear you're going to get broke. you fear someone is after your life. So that fear is not good, by the way. And if you want to be a mentally strong person, you need to deal with it and take away fear. And then being someone who's just attracting pity party, you pity yourself until everyone is pitying you. So it's like, it's a very sad kind of life, always wanting people to pity you in a way or another. That is not a character of a mentally strong person. And then constantly comparing yourself with others. You want to compare yourself with others. Sometimes it makes you get to a place whereby you might even reach depression. That is not good. Do not compare yourself with others. You are born different, with different features, different characters. You are a different person. You will never be the same as even your own brother or sister. So we are both different. Do not compare yourself with others. Just because someone is a step ahead of you, your time will come. Relax. You don't need to compete and feel bad and feel unlucky and all that. It was destined that was their time. Yours will still come, okay, in a different way. After all, if all of us were the same, this life would be very boring. That is why diversity is very good. That is why when you compare yourself with others, then you're just killing yourself. Okay, so do not compare yourself. You are very unique in your own way, and you have your own ways of doing things, and your uniqueness is what contributes life and goodness in this phase of life we are having. Okay, so never compare yourself with others. Another thing, do not be taken advantage of. Please be alert to know that you're being taken advantage of in a certain situation. So don't be that person who is being taken advantage of and cannot even stand for themselves. We all have a sixth sense. It tells us you're being taken advantage of, but because you have issues with your esteem, you still want to be taken advantage of. Please don't be taken advantage of. When someone is taking advantage of you, and act accordingly. Then know how to say no. And avoid phrases like, oh, I'm not sure, I don't think I can. So always know how to say no. Please know how to say no. It is very important. Know how to say no. Don't use doubtful statements, simply because doubtful statement shows that you are a very undecisive person, and undecisive character is very dangerous because it shows you are not mentally strong. It shows you are weak mentally. You are weak mentally, and it's not a good thing. Sometimes people cannot rely on you because they know you are someone who is very undecisive. So practice being decisive. Okay. And then say exactly what you mean. Learn to say exactly what you mean. There's no need of going around the fence, over something that you can just go straight to the point, or using riddles, or rather using sarcasm to get to your point. Always be this someone who mean what they say. Okay? Mean what they say. You don't need to go around. You don't need to you don't need to say things as if you're not sure what you're saying. Okay, so always mean what you say, and it will help you, or it is one of the things that will help you become mentally strong. And then rather than that, be flexible to changes. I know changes come, some naturally, some we are the one causing them. So changes come naturally. For example, you are born, you're a small kid, a very small kid. You grow up. So growing up, you become this teenager. As you become a teenager, you move on. You become a young adult. Life moves on like that. You get married, rather you get kids. You are now someone's father, someone's mother, someone's grandparent, so let us always be ready to adapt to changes. Changes come in diverse way, even it can be at work, at our own family. Let us learn to be flexible to changes, and this is one of the things that will help you become mentally strong. And then another thing is find solutions to your problems. Constantly always find solutions to your problems, because problems we are not no one actually sits down and say, okay, I'm here and I really want this problem to come. No, problems just show up, and learn to be someone who is able to solve those problems. Find a way of solving them. And then when you are wrong, apologize. When you are wrong, apologize. When you are wrong, apologize. I've said that 3 times simply because I know apology is something very foreign to some people. And when you're this person, we all know there's this someone, we just know that they'll never apologize no matter what. Such a kind of a person is a weak-minded person, has a weak mentality. A strong mental person, a person with a person who is strong mentally, will always apologize when they know they are wrong, because they are able to realize that they are wrong. Okay? And then sometimes accept that it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to make mistakes. Okay? It's okay to make mistakes, because you're a human being, and even God knows that. So it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be wrong. And once you put that in your mind, mistakes will never be something that you use to judge yourself or see yourself different, or someone who is unworthy. Okay? So accept that you can make mistakes, and when you make them, you correct them, and that is how you become perfect. And then always focus on the brighter sides of life. Focus on the brighter sides of life. And in this, I mean, if you cannot change something, you cannot change it. Don't force it. If you cannot change something, you cannot change it. Don't force it. What you can change, well and good. What you cannot change, let it be. Okay? And then be someone who enjoys solitude or spending time alone. Spend time alone. There are things you will discover about yourself when you spend time alone that you will not discover when you weren't spending time alone. Okay? So practice spending time alone. Once in a while, be your own friend, hang out with yourself, discover things about yourself. You'll know much. That even when you stand out and someone tells you you're like this, or this is who you are, you just tell them no automatically, because you know yourself better. So spend time alone. It's very healthy, by the way, and it's a way of even meditating about life. And when you come out of it, you're such a good person when it comes to decision making and stuff. And then be in charge of your emotions. Be in charge of your emotions. We all know, and we must accept that we have both negative and positive people who surround us. Negative people are there, they'll always be there. Positive people are there, they'll always be there. So if you're surrounded by negative people, let not what they say affect your actions or who you are. Whatever they say, be able to know that it is all about them and not you. It will never be about you, it is about them. Positive people, when they come near you, whatever they say, girl, go with it. Okay? Build yourself with the positive whatever they're having around you. Okay, so accept that they are both negative and positive. Once you put that in your mind, nothing can ever bring you down. Okay, nothing can ever bring you down. So accept that. And then don't care what others say about you or what others think about you. Why do you even care about what people think about you? Because that is normally the beginning of what I always refer to as a people's pleaser. Once you really care about what people think about you, you'll become a permanent people's pleaser. And once you become a people's pleaser, trust you me, you are someone who will never be happy. Because everything you'll be doing it around the fact that you have to make someone happy. And that is not something good. You have to make yourself happy. You have to be happy from within so that you are happy around others. So don't be a people's pleaser. And when you start caring about what people think about you and say about you, and then that is when now you start being a people's pleaser. Avoid that character so much. It's not a good one. Then be a very patient person. I know this because I'm someone who has been practicing over and over being a very patient person. By the way, patience is not something you're born with, it's something that you train yourself with. So what you do, practice being a very patient person. I came to realize when you're patient, things work out. Sometimes a situation is very tight and it comes with a lot of pressure, and you're like, okay, I need to act fast. Take that one moment, relax, breathe in, think again, relax, think again. By the time you're out of that situation, you'll be having a very good result, or rather you'll be having a very good solution. So practice patience. There are things that will happen that will want you to be very impulsive in your actions, but when you're a patient person, you will end up being very happy. Okay, so practice patience. So my loves, that is all I had for you today. I hope you'll be practicing on how to become mentally strong. It is not something that you just wake up one day and say, okay, now today I'm going to be mentally strong. It is something that you practice over and over and over until you become perfect. So with that, I wish you a very lovely, if it's a day or night or morning, whichever place you're coming from, have it nice and practice being a mentally strong person. Because when you practice being a mentally strong person, your health is check, your mind is check, and it actually manifests physically. Okay, so learn those tips, get those tips, and let them help you. So with that, I need to leave, and bye bye, see you next time.